And we are officially live, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? Today it is the brand new UFL season. I am your host, Sir Random Guy. It is finally time. It is great. It is wonderful. Ah, last time on week one of the UFL, the Stallions went to DC, and of course, pull got lost to the DC Defenders. I know Lightning is probably happy for his Defenders, and of course, eventually the DC Defenders won the UFL Championship game the last previous season. But hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Good to be back. And today we got a chess match in the UFL. But yeah, here we go. Here we go. Ba da da. Here we go. But anyways, how's everybody doing? We are about 11 minutes left. 11 minutes left till kickoff time. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? I feels uh but you know what? Let's kind of preview tonight's matchup a little bit. So, I mean, of course, let's start with the Birmingham Stallions, the dynasty, even though they lost last year. But let's talk about this team. Of course, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Skip Holtz is no longer the head coach of the Birmingham Stallions. Unfortunately, he decided to step down, and the UFL decided to take a new approach with it. And we have AJ McCarron as the new head coach of the UFL, and of course, offensive coordinator Taylor Siski as, of course, I come down as offensive coordinator. But I mean, tonight this is going to be interesting. We're going to see how it goes for coaching tonight, and not only that, we're also going to likely see we're going to also see the roster because, of course, starting quarterback is back for a third year in a row. We got Matt Corral as our starting quarterback once again. And the past couple seasons, it's been like he's been able to show some of the talents he got to be a good UFL quarterback, but there's been moments that he has been outbeaten by other certain players. Like 2024, it seemed like that he had a shot of being a good had a shot, and he had his moments. But eventually, Adrian Martinez did take over. Eventually, and of course, Adrian Martinez became the UFL MVP in 2024. Sorry, and in 2025, it seemed like he had another shot again. Another shot again after Alex McGoo went down in week one against the DC Defenders. And unfortunately for him, he got injured in the process. And of course, we had to start players like Case Cookus, I forgot who was our fourth guy. But then after that, of course, we signed Jamar Smith, and he was our quarterback for the rest of that season as well. So now in 2026, third season with two full seasons in Birmingham with the third season. Hopefully he can finally get it together, get it with his groove. And running backs, we have Snoop Connor and Anthony McFarland. Hopefully, but I think what everyone's excited about is his wide receiver core for the Stallions, which of course, former NFL first round pick is John Ross is back playing football after retiring earlier today, retiring earlier some time ago. And then after that, of course, we have Deion Kane, who's been pretty much the Stallions' best receiver we have, who's been there for the past couple seasons in the Birmingham Stallions. Then you have Marlon Williams in the roster, which he'll be inactive tonight, unfortunately, but we still have Justice Ross is still here, still going to play tonight. We are going to have. Oh yeah, David Davis is also inactive tonight, so that's something to look about. But I feel like this talent for the wide receivers is in there, and of course, the defense is going to be interesting. I mean, there are still some players from since 2022, like JoJo Tillery, I saw on the roster. But let's start with the Louisville Kings. Of course, they were, They were from the rebranded from the Showboats, and of course relocated. And I feel like it's a good name. Feels like a restart. And of course, starting quarterback tonight will be Jason Bean, who was from the University of Kansas, who played at Kansas University or University of Kansas. And I feel like there's a lot of unknowns with this team that's kind of hard to go with. But I feel like one player I did take a notice on that roster is Lucky Jackson, who is the who was with the Defenders during the 2023 season and spent some time in the NFL ever since. But now he's back in the UFL, and of course Lynn Bowden Jr. I think he got injured if I remember, and now they brought in another wide receiver. So I feel like we are getting closer to game time. We have 5 minutes left, and I feel like tonight we're going to see two new head coaches go against each other and see how their coordinators are up for the challenge. Because this league or this past offseason just kind of felt like we're kind of making a soft reset in the UFL, and hopefully, things go well. But eventually we have 5 more minutes. But yeah, take a moment to breathe in to this new UFL season. Take a moment to to breathe it in, enjoy the atmosphere, because of course, by the time this game is over, the Stallions should be 1-0. Hopefully we put up a great performance tonight. And yeah, this is going to be a very interesting stream. I cannot wait to see how this game goes. Hopefully there it is. And of course, tomorrow we have two games coming up. We got the DC Defenders and the St. Louis Battlehawks will be playing on Saturday afternoon or late afternoon. We will have the Houston Gamblers going to Dallas, taking on the Renegades. And on Sunday, the only game available for that, we will have the Orlando Storm having their home debut against the Columbus Aviators. So we'll see how that game goes out, because that's another game that's going to be interesting. See how that plays out. But yeah, this is interesting. But right now, everybody, let's have a good time, enjoy it, and yeah. We're about 3 more minutes away from NFL kickoff. So, UFL kickoff. My bad. From UFL kickoff. So, I'm gonna start getting the game here. Start setting it up, And right now, there looks like they're going to finish a game of Family Feud, at least on my network, or at least on my channel. So we'll see how that goes. But it seems like we are about to get UFL football pretty soon. So can't wait to see how this goes. A new season is upon us. New teams, new names, um, new coaches, um, and of course, we will see. We'll have a new champion in 2026. Same as the DJ. Whoa, I found a lady. Whoa. But 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes till game time. I cannot wait. Probably. Uh, yeah, I'm almost. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm ready. I'm ready. And here we. Oh, what, almost there. Still commercial. Of course. I mean, not surprised. Uh, but this is the most wonderful time of the year, people. This feels like Christmas to us as spring footballers. This is we've been waiting. We've been waiting since since the last the UFL season. We've been waiting since June. You know. One more minute. We're almost there. It is almost time. Time. It is almost time. We are farmers. Bum 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 bum. All right. And it is now 5 p.m. We are about to be in kickoff zone. One more commercial, and we should get some United Football League. Here we are. Aviators, Defenders, Storm, showing some Stallion Battlehawks footage, Renegades, Defenders, of course, because those are the 4 teams that have been there. Let's go. And here we are. And there they are, live in Louisville, Kentucky. We got the Birmingham. Excuse me.
tell you, we're going to find out exactly what he learned from his legendary college head coach, Nick Saban, here in his debut. I can't wait to watch this one. And he's got a veteran quarterback who's had a lot of success in this league at the helm. Matt Corral, really talented thrower of the football, and he's got a lot of weapons on the outside. I think this Stallions group probably has the best group of wide receivers in the UFL. We'll likely see that early and often here in this ballgame tonight. Introduce the world to the Louisville Kings. Well, they've got a head coach, Chris Redmond, who everyone in Louisville is familiar with. The local legend, obviously from the area, played college ball at Louisville, and now here the head coach of the Kings. Can't wait for this opportunity for him. I know he's excited. Our conversation with him this week was fantastic. He was so excited to get here.
All right, there we go. There we go. We got the scoreboard ready here for y'all to see. We have Jason Bean showing us Jason Bean here. Go Stallions. Go Stallions. Here we go. Here we go. Ah. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Do, do. The boys are back in town. All right. We're almost there. We're almost time. Everyone excited for this? I know I am. Come on, let's get the football going.
You told us this week how much this opportunity means to the city of Louisville. This is your home. It's a sold-out crowd. What does this opportunity mean to you? Fans to show up. I'm just so proud of this city and the opportunity we have. There's history out there waiting for us. I'm excited for these guys to go out there and play a great game of football. This city of Louisville really showed up, and we're showing how to play some football. Well, it's an opportunity to make a first impression on this league. What are the keys for your team to go seek that first win tonight? It's like any other football game. You got to take care of the ball and make sure you mentally you're ready to go. And I think these guys are. They had that look in their eye this morning, so I think they're ready to go.
All right, we're almost at kickoff. It looks like the Stallions are going to kick the ball off, so Louisville will have the ball. Will have the ball. Will have the ball first, and the Stallions will get the ball in the. Will get the second ball. We'll get the ball in the second half. But there's Jason Bean right there, and we have a new kicker on the Stallions since Harrison Mevis is no longer there. But here we go. All right, so you kick it off, and Louisville will have it around the 32-yard line. So we're having their own 32-yard line. Alrighty, and there is Jason Bean. If you remember his time at Kansas University of Kansas, of course, his last time in 2023, 18-7, 2,130 passing yards, and 62 completion rating percentage. Sorry, but here we go. Jason Bean taking the first steps as the starting quarterback. So here we go. All right, 1st and 10. All right, hands it off to Toa, and it's only going to be about. Looks like it's going to be about 2 yards. Sorry, not Toa. This Benny Snell. I forgot Benny Snell. Toa's and the Aviators. Benny Snell, Caden Prather. So here we go. This is 2nd down, and I believe it's going to be 2nd and 9. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Hand it off once again. Nope. Fake hand it off. Jason Bean's going to scramble. He's going to take it his own. He's got 10 yard. He got the first down and a little bit more. Wow. Great RPO drive for him.
He's just going to read this defensive end, this end man on the line of scrimmage right here. And as he sees him crash down, now he's going to take off on the left side. And it's perfect. Good block on the exterior. That was Tariq Black.
All right. Good play by good. All right. Good play by Louisville. All right. 1st and 10 once again for the Louisville Kings. All right. Jason Bean, first snaps, he's going around. He finds, and he tended to find 26, but failed. And that is going to be a 2nd and 10 for an incomplete. All right. 2nd and 10. Second and 10, ball on the 43-yard line, hands it off, and it will be only about a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards, and that'll be a 3rd down. Let's see, can the Stallions make this? Can the Stallions make this crucial stop and get into punting formation? Because for one of the new rules in the UFL is that you cannot punt past the 50-yard line in your opponent's territory. So if they get a 4th down right here, they could still punt the ball. 3rd and 8. 30 on the line. They're setting up formation. Seeing it right there. Jason Bean looking around. And incomplete. And it's an interception. First interception of the game. The wide receiver could not hold the ball together, created a Butterfingers, and the Stallions took advantage of it, and we have our first interception of the game. Birmingham will be in great field territory to start it off. And let's see, who was it picked off by? It was picked off by I think it was Morrison. I believe it looks like it was Morrison. No, Johnson, my bad. Johnson. And that is a rough way to go for the first drive for Jason Bean. But here we go. Matt Corral hands it off to number to Snoop Connor, which originally it seemed like he was going to be the lead back. I mean, this drive he was, but it looks like it's going to be Anthony McFarland. We're going to see some of it tonight, but here we go. Matt Corral, we're going to see some snaps for him tonight. So 2nd and 9. All right. 2nd and 9. And we got our first flag of the game here. It might be on the. And it will be on the yes, it will be a false start on the Stallions. All right, 2nd down and 14. Let's see what we can do from here. 2nd and 14, Matt Corral, shotgun formation. He finds somebody and he got it. It is number 12, Jaden Mickens. Then that is a 1st and 10, and we are in very amazing territory for the Stallions. And that, yep, we're in red zone territory right now, so we might get to see our first scoring drive of the UFL season. 1st and 10. Stallions uniforms. I mean, on Louisville Field. I mean, so far it doesn't look too bad right now, but I mean, can't wait to see what else can occur. 1st and 10. Hands it off to Anthony McFarland, and he is going to get stuffed. It might be a loss of yardage, but good defensive play by Louisville. By Louisville. But 2nd and 11. All right, 2nd and 11. Here we go. And pass to Deion Kane, and he's going to look like he's going to get more. He's going to try to get first down. Is he going to do it? Did he push himself? It might be a third. It's probably going to be a close one here, but it looked like it might be a 3rd and short, but oh, it wasn't. Oh, not Deion Kane. It was John Ross. He's playing tonight, if y'all remember him. All right, 3rd and 1. Yeah, it's going to be a 3rd and 1 situation. Here we go. Can the Stallions make this up? And he's going to give it to Snoop Connor, and it will be a 1st-down-and-goal situation. Stallions have a very good chance to score a touchdown here in the first quarter of the game, in their very first drive. That interception really, really helped them there. But Snoop Connor with a gain of a few. We are now in 1st-and-goal situation. Taylor Siski's calling the offensive plays tonight. So we're going to see how that. We'll see it goes in here in this in red zone drives. Yes, Snoop Connor. Did he get the touchdown? And that it is. Touchdown Stallions. First points of the new UFL season goes to Snoop Connor for 6. And we'll see, will the Stallions kick the extra point? Or will they go for on 2? Or will they go for on 3? Likely extra point scenario here, but touchdown Stallions. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Snoop Connor. Snoop. All right. Here you go. We're gonna kick the extra temp here. So let's see. Number 46. And snap is up, kick is up, and it is no good. That is a wide left situation, but the Stallions will have 6 points. So there we go. But what a good drive for the Stallions overall. Good for them. But can the Kings answer back? We're going to find out. We are going to find out, but it is first quarter Stallions 6, Kings 0. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we are. But what a great first drive. What a great first drive for the Stallions. Stallions going Super Bowl. Stallions going Super Bowl. Snoop. But all right. But all right. Great first drive by the Stallions. I think uh but a good first drive by the Stallions though. The Kings got an interception. Ah, not a great way to start, but I mean it is what it is. But it was by Deontay Johnson for the pick. Great taking advantage of four wide receiver not having control of the ball. But can we? But let's see. Will the Louisville Kings respond or will the Stallions still conquer on? I'm hoping for the latter. Let's go, Stallions. Let's go, Stallions. Stallions Super Bowl. Stallions Super Bowl. And of course, going back here and explain the returning markets. Of course, we got Houston, Birmingham, Dallas, St. Louis, and DC, and of course the brand new teams in team slash markets in Columbus, Orlando, and of course tonight Louisville. But 6-0 for the start. But like tonight with my theme, this is a chess match, and the Stallions took down. I would say maybe a good piece. I would say they started out by taking off a pawn, and they took off even a. They took out even a. I would say they also took down a rook in the process as well. But here we go. But we also tonight there's also potential chance for the 4 point field goal as well because if you kick it, if it's a 60 plus yarder, that will and they make it, that will be 4 total points, 4 total points for that kick. So can't wait to see that happens. Jason Beans look around. He finds somebody. He gets the first down a little bit more. And all right, looking off a better start. Oh, no fumble, no fumble, nope. But that's going to be a first down for the Stallions. Oh, sorry, for the Kings. First down, Kings with 8:28 and counting left on the clock. All right, 1st and 10 for the Louisville Kings. All right, hands it off to the running back, and it's going to be about a gain of 3. Seems about like a gain of 3 or 4. And yep, 2nd and 6 for them. Steve Logan is the Kings offensive coordinator tonight. All right, Jason Bean, he finds somebody, and it's going to be another first down, a gain of 7. All right, 1st and 10. James Bean looks a little bit more better. He looks a little more calm under pressure, but here we go. 1st and 10, Jason Bean. He finds number 0, and he's going to get it down and more for a screen pass, and it's going to be about a gain of 8. But here we go. Another screen pass. 2nd down and 1. Can the Stallions respond? Because, I mean, we learned from the Stallions. But if you want to know the defensive corner for the Stallions, he was last time in the defenders coaching staff. So we poach him there, and let's see if he could do something there. 2nd down and 1, hands it off to the running back, and is that going to be short of a first down? It might be, and it is third down and 1 situation here. All right, 3rd and 1 situation. This seems like they might go for a run pass here. They can't do a touch push, so all right, yep, running play there, and that is barely. He has enough for a first down for the Louisville Kings. Shredding with a 1st down and 10. All right, 1st and 10 for the Kings. All right, here we go. They are now in Stallions territory around the 35-yard line. They give it to the running back, but he is going to be stuffed. Looks like it's going to be another 2nd down and 10 situation. Well, we'll see how he goes. We'll see how this goes. Well, we also still have the Super Challenge. That's another thing to keep an eye out, too. We also have the Super Challenge. Second down and 10. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Hands it off to the running. Nope. Fakes it. And Jason Bean tries to go for a run, but he's able to get about a gain of about 1 or 2 yards. But it's going to be, looks like it's about to be 3rd down and potentially 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8 situation. Here we go. All right, 3rd and 9. Sorry, 3rd and 9. Here we go. With 3:20 left on the clock, Jason Bean looking around. He's finding somebody. He's going for a deep shot. And is that caught? I think, yeah, that is caught. 0 once again for the 1st down. Wow. Kings are responding this time around after the early interception. So this, well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Did he get just 1 foot in? Because in the UFL, one of the rules is they're back to college rules, so they could just only put 1 foot, and it is. So 1st and 10, Jason Bean looking around. He's facing pressure, and he finds another player, and that is a 1st and goal. Is that a touch? Actually, maybe it's a touchdown. It might be Lucky Jackson. Yep, that is a touchdown. Lucky Jackson, the former DC defender, that responds with it after a rough first drive and an interception. The Kings tied up the game. Will they get themselves the score to make it a 1-point game? We were about to find out. Oh, we'll see. Actually, hold on. Looking around, actually, I don't think he had his knee in. I think it did go through. Yep, that is going to be. That's likely going to be a touchdown. Lucky Jackson with 2 great catches. he was able to come in, and it seems the Stallions are going to go for. Sorry, the Kings are going to go for the kick here. So will the will the Kings get the lead? Here we go. The kick is up and it is good. So the Kings will get the 1 point lead to make it a Kings 7-6 game. Got a got a comment. You know any bootleg streams trying to watch in Europe? Don't have access to regular cable. Unfortunately, I do not. I wish I could. I wish, but I think the only streaming site might be DAZN. That's all I got. But sorry. But all right, let me update the score now. All right, there we go. There's the score. There is the score. Appreciate it anyways. Gee, yeah, no problem. I know, I know. We try to do everything we can to avoid paying for for streaming services and everything. Unless you're willing to do unless you're able to do a free trial with Fox One, unless that's only in U.S. territories. Again, not entirely sure. But yeah, early in the how you doing? So far, I honestly I wish I did, but yeah, but all right. Oh, thought I got the banner. Okay, there we go. But with 2:40 left in the first quarter of this game, this is oh wait, hold on. I wonder why it was acting weird. There we go. Three-time national championship at Alabama. AJ McCarron, of course, drafted to the Cincinnati Bengals, and he did play in that one playoff game. Of course, and then of course he spent his time with the Battlehawks in 23 and 24. But first and 10. But here we go. We're gonna have ball in the Stallions 35-yard line. Here we go. Matt Corral looking around. He throws it up. He finds John Ross once again. Another former Bengal. Was our another former Bengal. Yeah, we have AJ McCarron, former Bengal, and then John Ross, former Bengal here. But that is another first down. What a great catch by him. Could he potentially make a resurrection career? Who knows? But first and 10 for the Birmingham Stallions. They're right now currently at the 49 yard line, and they're going to hand it off to the running back, Anthony McFarland. It's going to be about seems like about a gain of 5. Yup, and now the second down and 5. Oh, Snoop Connor was at the was with the handoff. Looks like Anthony McFarland's going to be on on the line this time around. So we're going to see how this goes. But second and 5 for the Stallions. All right, second and 5. Here we go. Hands it off once again to Anthony McFarland, and he is going to be stopped. That is going to be a third down situation. There's no way Taco Carlton. Wait, no. Here we go. Third and 6. Here we go. Hands it off to the running back, and it is gonna be only for a gain of 2. Xavier Carlton, that's the guy. But fourth and 4, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for around fourth and 4 here. Here we go. Will this benefit them because they're already past the 50-yard line? So unless they're willing to make the kick, but I don't think they're gonna risk it. So here we go, fourth and 4. And they got the first down. Yup, in the 80 and a couple bit more. First down, Stallions. Oh, with 8 seconds left in the first quarter, Stallions got the first down by Barber. Thank you. Bye. But what a great play by Jabre Barber. So, and that is to be the end of the first quarter with the Stallions. Yup, the Kings are leading by 1 point. What is everyone's thoughts on this? And that is the end of the first quarter. This, so far, not a bad first quarter. let's see if the first quarter's back. I'm aligning zoom.
Come on, Taste Buds. Sundays at 11:30 p.m. on Fox 11. Well, the fastest racing on earth starts Sunday on Fox as Alex Palou, Joseph Newgarden, and a Hungry Pack battle for a win at Barber, which is just outside Birmingham. The road to Indy 500 continues this Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern, only right here on Fox. Both offenses had it rolling in the first quarter. A fumble interception, the only difference in this game so far. But Louisville answered that and come back to take the lead. Has come back to take the lead as Birmingham tries to answer. That's an incompletion intended for Deion Kane. Just thrown behind him there. You know, Matt Corral just waits on Kane to cross what I would call the ball, all the way get across the formation. Then they're going to
Alrighty. I think the horse team will win. Fun first quarter. It is a fun first quarter indeed, Jenna. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I mean, overall, I think, other than Stallions got to cover up Lucky Jackson, I think this is a pretty good start to a first quarter, even just in general. I just hope the Stallions could respond back, and just hopefully our defense just kind of goes back to us when we saw in the first drive when we got the interception. Thank you, Deontay Johnson. So here we go, 3rd and 4 for the Birmingham Stallions. Touchdown turnover is fun. Yep. 3rd and 4 for the Birmingham Stallions. Here we go. And it's going to be a screen pass, and it's going to be padded off, and it's going to be a fumble. That going to be a fumble? Nope, that's going to be counted as an incomplete, and it's 4th and 4. What are the Stallions going to do in this situation? Do you go? They're going to look at this, see if, all right. Yeah, great pat down. That is a, yeah, he batted away. I'll give the Kings props there. But 4th and 4, are the Stallions going to go for a 4th down? Do they trust their kicker enough to make a 3-pointer here? Yep, they are going to go for the field goal attempt to make it a 2-point game, and it's going to be a 50-yard attempt. So this will just be a 3-point kick if this happens. But here we go. Kick is up, and it is no good. I think it got blocked. But yikes. Good block by the Kings, but that leaves the Kings still with the lead here. That was a block. Yep. Man. All right. Louisville's putting up a game. I'll give them that. Louisville's putting up a game. Putting up a game right here. 2 drives, 1 touchdown, one block kicked. Hopefully the kicking is not going to be a theme overall for the rest of this game. I just hope not. But the Kings are going to be back on the drive. Let's see how the Stallions respond in their defense. Could they take a break with Lucky Jackson? Birmingham with kicking issues. The first one was a wide left, I'll say that, but the second one was a block, was just a great special teams play by the Louisville Kings defense. So, block kick right there. Hopefully, this is not going to become a common theme here because, otherwise right now it's looking like I would like to see Brandon Aubrey and Harrison Mevis at this moment. This keeps happening. I would kind of need them here right now. The kicker confidence decrease. I mean, I guess that's just like a mentality. Hopefully, I mean, I think he knows that this was a. I mean, they did give him confidence up to kick a 50-yarder, and it just got blocked. So hopefully, don't really like fully put up against them. But I think he will. But just let's just see if he can get some. Just tries to practice kicks during the on the sidelines. But right now, we're gonna have defense just shortly. I just think, yeah, this is just gonna be. There's gonna be something, and then watch him nail a 60-yarder. That's just I don't know why. That's like the UFL kind of a nutshell in general. Just because it's not surprising by the ideal fact that we've seen this before, where a kicker will just uh oh, dude, is Garaby's gonna last long? I mean, granted, this was a block kick. This was a block kick. The first one, yes, was on him. This one was pretty bad as well. But I mean, it's still early on. Who knows? But again, if I see him watch nail 60-yarder, it wouldn't surprise me because that's just kind of with the UFL. For some reason, we could see a kicker miss a 28-yard easy money field goal, and then we'll somehow make the biggest record for the longest kick. He could kick it high enough too, right? I mean, that is true, but I mean, at the end of the day, that was a good play by Louisville too. So, but second and 9 for the Louisville Kings here, and we see other guitars. I'm assuming that's gonna be for the halftime show coming up. For anyone that's new here on the UFL, we have every home opener for all 8 teams are going to have a halftime show this year. So for this game, we're going to see Russell Dickerson perform at halftime in about 12 minutes and counting. But Jason Bean with the scramble, and that's going to be a third down and short. Let's see what happens here. Can the Stallions stop here? Because I'm noticing this too with Stallions not stopping Jason Bean on some of these fake plays here too. So total yards today, 93 yards for the Kings and 82 yards for the Stallions so far in this game right now. I mean, Jason Bean's starting to look a lot more better in the pocket, starting to look better in pressure. Uh, uh, but here we go. 3rd and 2 for the Kings, and it is a wide open overthrow. That is going to be a 4th and 2. Are we going to get our first punt of the game? And it looks like we are. Chris Redmond is going to bring in the punting team here. So 4th and 2. They're now going to go for it. But anyways, first punt of the game. So the Stallions are going to get the ball. Can they respond back after that blocked kick? But yeah, here we go. 4th down and 2. Punt is up. And where will it be? And it's going to be a fair catch. And it's going to be around the Birmingham Stallions 21-yard line. And Stallions will have the ball on the next drive. But is everyone excited for the halftime show tonight? I don't know who Russell Dickerson is, so I apologize for that. But I guess the question is, what's the type of music does he play, and is he a good performance enough for him to bring in for a halftime show? I'm just asking. I'm mainly because I don't really know. Forgive me if I for all the Russell Dickerson fans in the chat. But we are an hour into this stream. Now we're into the stream. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go Stallions. Stallions Super Bowl, baby. Stallions Super Bowl. Here we go. Live on the UFL show on the but Yeah, I mean, so far this game, if I'm just going neutral perspective, so far this has been a pretty interesting game by far. I mean, the Kings have been showing up, put up fight. Stallions look like kind of need to get some things in control, but otherwise, I feel like they're getting it. The Stallions helmet is so pretty under those lights. It is. I'll say this: the maroon helmets are looking pretty fine and dandy, and I guess we're now going to be wearing maroon uniforms for our home games now, and the gold will be treated as an alternate. That's what I personally have been seeing. I'm not sure that is a joke or hopefully that's true. I really hope that's true, and the gold's not our permanent home jerseys. But this game overall, yes, I am enjoying. Uh, I cannot wait for for the Gamblers Renegades game coming up this Saturday as well, and of course the Battlehawks and the DC Defenders. We know that will be the earlier game, but 11:26 left in the second quarter. Here we go. But y'all are doing great tonight. And then, of course, Sunday, we have the debut of the two new teams, the Columbus Aviators traveling to Orlando to face the Storm, which, I mean, I understand the soccer stadiums, but always kind of surprised me that we're not going to see Camping World Stadium. Matt Corral looking around, he finds 84, and he does get it, but almost could have been a lot worse, but second and 8 for the Stallions. That is a drive. 11 minutes left. All right, Matt Corral, 66 yards tonight. I mean, Matt Corral's been playing pretty solid so far. Has been pretty solid so far. Second and 8. There we go. Hands it off to the running back once again, and it is going to be about a gain. It looks like it's about to be a gain of 3 here. So it's going to be a third down, and what appears to be 5. Yes, that is correct. And will the Birmingham Stallions convert on third down here? I feel like this is. I mean, I know we're early in the game here, but I mean, this is those moments you kind of need to see if you're ready to handle this. But 1 for 3 on third point conversions. Matt Corral looking around, he finds number 12, and that is a first down for the Stallions by you guess it, Jaden Mickens, former DC defender Jaden Mickens. But what a play for the Stallions. Mickens with the open pass, and he gets the first down. Good job. Good job. First and 10 for the Birmingham Stallions. Here we go. Hands it off to McFarland. McFarland, he's trying to find open space. He gets a little bit more, and it looks like he got about a gain of 7. And it's going to be a second down and 3 based on what my eyes see me right now. And second and 8. Oh, it was an 8-yard gain, and it'll be second and 2. Of course, Anthony McFarland, for some of you guys remember, he was last year on the Birmingham Stallion, on the San Antonio Brahmas roster, and he's on the Stallions this year. Second and 2, hands it off to McFarland once again, and he gets the first down, and again, it's a couple more. First and 10, once again for the Stallions. And we see Tyler Siskey up in the booth making the play calls. Ball in our own 45. So we're still not past the 50 just yet. But first and 10. Here we go. Matt Corral looking around. He finds somebody. Yes, he did. He finds Jaden Mickens once again for a third catch of the night. And they are in for another first and 10. Jaden Mickens play so far doing well. So far showing up on this Stallions team. One of the 3 catches so far for him tonight. Good play. All right, 1st and 10. Here we go. Hands it off. And no, fake hands it off. Anthony McFarland got himself for a gain of a couple. And that is it. Oh, Anthony McFarland going to sidelines. I'm not sure. I know you limped there, but I could be wrong. But look at the crowd in Louisville tonight. Everyone showed up. This was a sold-out game, mind you. So the Louisville / Birmingham Stallions fan base showed up tonight for this game. But 2nd and 8 for the Stallions. Looking around, shotgun formation. Matt Corral looking around, trying to avoid pressure. He finds somebody. It is going to be Snoop Connor, and he is going to get about a gain of a few, and that is going to be about maybe a 3rd-down-and-3 situation. 3rd and 2. But almost avoid, but Matt Corral evaded the snap, and we are close, and we're now 3rd and short for the Stallions here. All right, 3rd and 3. Here we go. Matt Corral hands it off to Snoop Connor once again. He gets the first down a little bit more. He's going to go to the 20. He's going to go to the 15, and that will be right there. We are in red zone territory. That is where it looks like he's about to be at the 14-yard line. But Stallions, 1st and 10, once again. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Let's go. Let's go. Representing the red and gold. The red, white, and gold. But good. Snoop Connor doing amazing so far. 1st and 10. First and 10. Here we go. Hands it off to the running back. And is about to be a gain. Is that Deion Kane? Wait, no. Oh, okay, Davis Price. I was thinking like, that cannot be Deion. Okay, I was about to question myself, but 2nd-down-and-5. About 5 yards. You see Justin Ross. You see Jordan Thomas. You see Davis on the roster. Here we go. McFarland back on the line. Let's see, 2nd-down-and-5. We are now in red zone territory. Can we do something with it? It is going to be a running play. Anthony McFarland, and he gets stuffed. It's going to be about a loss of a few here, and it's going to be 3rd down. I think it appears to be 3rd-and-9, 3rd-and-8. All right, I think this is probably a good time for another passing play here. I think this was a fake RPO play, but it just did not develop correctly. All right. All right, with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter, can we convert on this 3rd-and-long situation? Here we go. Matt Corral looking around. He finds somebody, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended to Deion Kane, and it's going to be 4th-and-8. Will the Stallions bring up their kicking team? Or are they going to go for it? AJ McCarron, is he looking like he's going to make the decision? He's looking around. It seems like, nope, they are going to go for the kicking situation. They're going to go for their kick. Can he finally make a field goal here? Will we finally get the lead? 0 for 1 on field goal attempts, 0 for 1 in extra point attempts. Can he finally get a kick so far? Can Garby get it? Here we go. Kick is up, and this time it is good. Stallions retake the lead to make it a 9-7 game. First. But 9-7 King 97 Stallions. There we go. Good job. Good job, Birmingham. My God. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. 9-7 Stallions with about 4 minutes left in the first half. Much needed confidence boost for Garibay. That is true. He finally got to the first field goal of the night. Good for him. This, if you missed that kick, I do not know what would you do if you were the Stallions. But I mean, finally, first kick out of the way for Garibay. Let's see. Let's see if those two missed kicks were just first game jitters. Hopefully, this is not going to be a common theme around here. But seeing our commercial for the UFL, we got the we're showing a promo for all the 8 teams. It looks like a promo with a collab with New Era. I mean, of course, the Kings defense stepped up there. That is true. They bend, but they didn't fully break. But second quarter, 3:47 left, and we're seeing a coach interview from Jake Butt and AJ McCarron. All right. But here we go. Kick is off, and Louisville's going to try to attempt for the kick it, and it will be around. It's going to be on the 40-yard line for Louisville. Louisville's 40-yard line. So let's see how this goes. 3:41 left. Jason Bean, three drives so far, one touchdown and one pick, and one touchdown, one pick, and one three and out. All right, let's see what can we do here. First and 10 for the Louisville Kings. Around. All right, there we go. And snaps up on Jason Bean, looking around. He's going to face pressure. Oh, he's going to avoid pressure. He throws it up, and that is going to be incomplete. Overthrown. Jason Bean I think it was just more of a throwaway here. Better to be incomplete than to be another interception there. But second and 10 for the Kings. I mean, you're showing a bit of Jason Bean's inconsistency. Ooh. And in that play, they ran into each other. The wide receivers ran into each other. Oof. That probably could have been a good, if they didn't do that, that probably could have been a big open play for the Kings. But second and 10 for them. All right, snaps up. Jason Bean looking around. He throws it, and it is going to be incomplete once again. Could not get the read right, and that is going to be a third and 10. Can the Stallions make a crucial stop here before halftime, and the Stallions try to increase their lead by then? We shall see, but the defense is finally tuning it up. McKitty or all right, third and 10. Here we go. Snaps up. Jason Bean looking around. He throws it up and he finds somebody. That was the Stallions had the opportunity besides to, and that is a 1st and 10. Good play by the wide receiver. Yeah, that was 30. Did not get the reading right. It seemed like he was supposed to be the man on there, but 1st and 10, and going for another deep pass, and that is incomplete. No flag. That could have been in a potential offensive pass interference play, but it is not. That is 2nd down and 10 for the Louisville Kings. He was going for it, rushing it. He doesn't do anything. I mean, he kind of slipped there. Yeah, he slipped there. Or try to make an Opoi. But second quarter, we're officially at the 2-minute warning of the game. Then it'll be halftime. Ah, yeah. 2-minute warning. All right. All right, here we go. All right, and we're back on the clock, back in the game. 2 minutes left on the clock. Can Jason Bean come up with a pretty decent drive? I felt that was offensive best inference on the Kings receiver. I felt that too, but I think it was also could have been the fact that it just looked like he slipped up there. So I think that's probably hence the no flag. But nah, probably ticky tacky calls. Jason Bean tries to go for a deep ball, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. All attendance to go for Louisville Kings under number 17, Black. Sorry. Still trying to keep up with the names. But that is. It could have been almost an interception, too. That had an opportunity to be an interception, but by Stephen Gilmore's brother. But that is a incomplete pass from a game interception or a game touched from a touchdown. All right, Jason Bean sends it off to the running back. He's going to go 3rd down, and that is still going to be short of a 1st down, so that'll be 4th down situation. What do you do if you are Louisville here? Do you just go for it? We're almost at halftime here. You have 1 minute and 30 some seconds left, or do you just go for a punt and just hope your defense just does enough to and nope, they're going to go for on 4th down. Wow, another 4th down attempt tonight for in this game in general. 4th and 4 for the Louisville Kings. All right, Jason Bean looking around. He throws it up, and he finds number 11, 23. What are you doing? You had for Isaiah Winston was wide open. You left Isaiah Winston wide open for a 1st down. Well, dude. Yeah, he got gas. Isaiah Winstead, former Memphis Showboat, 1st and 10. Jason Bean looking around. He's trying to avoid the pressure. He's getting the sack. He's going to decide to take the ball himself, and he scrambles it. And it's only going to be about a gain of 4, 2nd down in red zone territory. I feel like if you're already Kings, you still have 3 or timeouts, but it looks like a timeout's being made. But Stallions, there's always those plays. You always just leave a guy open. You have those opportunities, and it just keeps not working. All right, here we go. Second, 2nd and 6 for the Louisville Kings after taking their first time out of the game. Here we go. Jason Beans, he's going to take the scramble for himself. And did he get it up for the touchdown, or is he going to be short? That's going to be I mean, it's guaranteed 1st and goal, but that is going to be something. We're going to see where he landed on it. Ooh, I don't even think he even got the first. That's interesting. Did he even get the first down? They're going to see. They're going to look at it. All right, 3rd and 1. No, he didn't even get the first down. 3rd and 1. So Stallions have a shot. No. Let's see what they do here. Current drive. I mean, Stallions bending them break. I mean, stop on 3rd down here. You're at least only giving the stop field goal. But they're gonna looks like they're gonna go for a QB sneak. It looks like. Nope. No QB sneak, and he gets the touchdown. Oh, that might be a fumble. Wait a minute. Now, Stallions ball. That was a fumble recovery. Stallions stopped it. Another turnover. He had it. And a punch. Yup. That is a fumble. That was a guaranteed touchdown, but the Stallions recovered the ball. That is a Stallions defense come in clutch at the right moment. Stallions ball There, I'm not sure where you go from here. I'm assuming you would try to just get it out of the end zone to prevent a safety here. So, but man, that is a big play for the Birmingham Stallions. Big turnover for the Stallions. Big turnover play. What a stop. What a stop indeed. Bend and don't break for the Stallions. That's been the common theme for them for since 2022. Came in clutch with a fumble recovery. That would have been a guaranteed touchdown that if that didn't happen. But Stallions got the ball. They're likely probably gonna run it to get it out of the end zone to prevent a safety. But man, that is a big play by the Stallions defense to keep their lead by 2 points. This has been a good game so far. This, despite what the score says, it's been a very game. This has been a game of chess. Some pawns have been taken down. Maybe a couple pieces as a rook. Maybe a couple rooks. Maybe a bishop has been taken down. But I mean, so far this has been a chess match. This game, like I put in my title and my thumbnail, this is definition of a chess match here. Not just because two horse teams are playing and we have knights. But a big punch out by number 31 by Tenzino. Tenzino with the play and it recovered by that. Yeah, that is a great stop by the Stallions. Great stop. Here we go. Here you go. First and 10 for the Stallions. They are pretty deep in their own territory. They gotta. I'm assuming they're gonna at least try to run a play. Try to see they run the ball here. On a fumble! Oh my God! Stallions incomplete. That already near disaster. Incomplete play. Fumble and a fumble snap. Could have been a safety there, but just enough to get the incomplete. Yikes. That, yeah, that snap already. Two crazy plays already. Almost second and 10 here. They're gonna try again. They're gonna hand it off this time. They're gonna hand it off to Snoop Connor. He's gonna get the big gain. There we go. We're a bit on open territory. Will the Stallions take a timeout? Will the Kings take a timeout here? This is third and 3. Looks like they're letting the clock run out. They might just take this to halftime, going in 9-7 with 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6. Yep, it seems like they're going to let them run the clock out. And we're going to go into halftime with the Stallions leading by 2. But, I mean, whew, that is a half. That. Halftime thoughts. I'll give out my halftime thoughts right now, but pretty much, I mean, the Stallions defense still bend and don't break. Even it still continues in the post Skip Holtz era. The offense, I mean, it's shown they can still move the ball, but after that touchdown drive, it's just been it just kind of stalls out in the red zone so far after that touchdown. Jason Bean, so far, whenever he's able to make plays, he's able to make plays. Jason Bean's able to make plays when needed to. Uh, I mean, I'll say he's still a bit inconsistent in passing, but for the most part, Stallin's got to find a way to kind of stop Jason Bean's scrambling ability. If we're able to stop that, we should be decent. But overall, I think so far pretty this has been a pretty fun game overall. As a Stallions fan, maybe I think it's just a little bit rusty. We're just getting back in the groove of things. I think that's just happening right now. I mean, Stallions, you can argue they probably could have had potentially 4 points on the roster to be a 13-7 game right now, but that's uh that's a mere what if scenario here, but I mean for the most part, hopefully hopefully things go better in the second half. Stallions will have the ball in the second half. So yeah. Uh, and we are good. All right. But I mean, overall, this has been an overall interesting game. Been a solid game for sure. Hopefully, we this game is more fun. Hopefully, y'all enjoy the halftime show as well.
But the thing is about Bean was all his passes wasn't like anything like screen passes or flats. It wasn't anything like that. Because Lucky Jackson had four yards for 50, four catches for 50 yards. Isaiah Woodside got the one for 25 yards on that fourth down. Caden Prather got one for 18, and in the beginning he had Zach Davison with a catch for 16 yards. So it's like the catches they made are pretty much contributing to the offense. They're contributing to the offense for sure. Being lucky. Ready. So Serena, yeah. So Stallions. I mean, right now the only reason that you are winning is you are winning the defensive battle. You guys are more equal because if you did not punch the ball out before halftime, there is a good chance that you guys are losing. That's a good chance that you guys are losing. So right now they are going to get ready for the halftime show.
All right, I'll be back, people. I'm gonna go use the restroom really quick, and yeah, enjoy the background. Enjoy the. Oops. All right, I am back once again. Give me a second, but I am back. Here we are. All right. I'm just, I'm enough. I'm a great at doing. All right, let's get back to the groove of things. And there's the halftime show. Nah, no, no, no. Ah, Stallions Super Bowl. Ah, well, I mean the halftime show looks overall pretty decent. Looks like I see the Kings mascot. I don't even know what's his name, but I see Kings mascot trying. Looks a carbon copy like the like the Birmingham Stallions. Just saying, just saying. Stanley is way better. But I'll say this: Louisville crowd show up tonight. Whether they're a Kings fan or a Stallions fan, they showed up. They love the market, though. I will give them that. I will give the Kings credit for showing up tonight. I mean, this could have been this could have been a disaster. But I think at least the one thing I would say about Mike Leopold this offseason, at least the marketing has been a lot more better. I've been a lot more improved and not been just. It's not been like quiet. It's not just been like, oh, like besides some social media tweets and like a few other things, that's just been it. Like, I mean, I will say this. That's the one thing at least I'll give one of the things I'll give Mike Leopold credit for. So, but I mean, the halftime show's looking pretty good. I mean, I'm enjoying a Pepsi Zero. Hey, I am enjoying a Coke Zero. So, I mean, I don't mind which cola zero, but I mean, cola zero sugar flavor. I mean, or drink. I mean, I don't really have a preference as much. But yeah, but enjoying a but enjoy the zero sugar drink. I cannot drink regular sodas now after switching to zero. Okay, so with me, I have been drinking diet and like zero sugar sodas for like a long time now. And okay, with diet drinks specifically, it is hard for me to now know the difference between the diet drinks at times and the regular drinks. I can't taste like the difference because back then I used to taste the difference between like a diet coke and a regular coke because diet coke has like some bit of an aftertaste. But like now, it's hard for me in some restaurants. I gotta be like, sure, like, okay, I like unless like I poured the drink myself, I gotta be like extra careful at times with some of the zero sugar drinks, and whether to see if it's a regular one. I mean, zero sugar, I still taste a bit of a slight difference because, like, oddly enough, the zero sugar drinks have like weirdly lesser caffeine than you would get for for a diet drink. So I guess if you need, so like I guess if you need more caffeine, I would say get a diet drink. But if you need lesser caffeine, or then I would say I would say get like a zero sugar. I never liked diet sodas too much of that after the taste of that sweetener. I find zero sodas give you more soda flavor that sweetener. I mean, I understand. You know, I feel like a lot of people really prefer, uh, I guess, zero sugar drinks instead of diet sodas. I mean, I understand why. But I don't really have like per se preference towards it. So I'm kind of more of a whichever available drink is there type of guy. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I get why there's the preference in that. I mean, a lot of people, I get why they have their their disinterest in diet sodas. Sodas, but I mean, it could be more of the taste, could be a health thing, but at the same time, it's like you're drinking a soda either way, so I wouldn't really say it's a health thing. So I mean, but overall, overall, uh, enjoying a nice drink in the springtime, even though here it's like 100 degrees. If it since I know you're familiar with, Van was familiar with Southern California weather. I'll say this. I'll also say this. Even though I'm not really much of a listener to country music, but or country music or country rock, I'm still. I feel like overall the vibe is still there. I mean, it's still. I feel like the halftime show setup is pretty solid for what it is, for what they can do. I mean, I'm overall pretty impressed by it. I thought, I felt like I think like the scenario I thought in my mind, which would have been like my worst case scenario, would have been like it would have been similar to like the Lions Thanksgiving halftime shows, where they're just there, but not like, but they're not like, but it's not like treated as like anything. They're not like treated as like anything good as much as like this one. Uh and also I feel like also some big props to it too, where the halftime show is looks great for both, like in terms of a TV perspective, and it's not just like now not treated as much as a show just for TV. It's treated at least as both as the TV and then the actual performance itself. I feel like overall the show was pretty solid. Like again, this could have been easily a pretty like generic, like just I guess this generic or like this like oh here's this rinky dink stage. Like here's this rinky dink stage, just seeing just seeing your hits and like just and it will just feel so like meh, like half. It just seemed they just like half donkeyed it, and it's just it's just those ones. It's just like I'm surprised. This was surprisingly pretty solid, and I hope the other halftime shows that we see during the season are as good as this, or if not, maybe even better. Who knows? Of course, we will see Nelly and the Saint Lunatics this weekend for sure. Where was the Dallas home opener one? And Orlando's uh, Orlando's halftime show. DJ Khaled. Sorry. Uh, uh, I'm more of rock music, classic, alternative. I do not like rappers at halftime show. I mean, for me, I it's like to me on my thing with halftime shows is just like I feel like one obviously is like are they popular enough either do they have ties to the city or of the host city of the Super Bowl, or like are they popular enough today, or like they're currently like trending. So like of course we saw a couple years ago with Kendrick Lamar. Of course, I mean the whole beef with Drake. I feel like that was a pretty solid halftime show. I mean, granted, again, I feel like it just depends on your music taste. If you don't like a certain music, it's fine. I mean, I understand it, but I mean, for the most part, I feel like it's more of just like I I feel like it's just my thing with halftime shows is like I feel like it should not be treated just as a TV spectacle. Which is like if you watch it on TV, great, but if you're watching it like on when you paid like thousands and thousands of dollars for your ticket to see it live, I would rather like to see it like if I was kind of going to go see a concert for the next 15 minutes or so. But hey, I mean that's just me. But I mean for me, I kind of want to just see if the halftime show is just going to be good in quality for the most part. I mean, with Bad Bunnies this year, I mean, again, it looked great on the TV spectacle, but then if you looked at it through the lenses of the audiences, it's just like, I mean, besides the music, you're just like, that's about it. It's not really much treated as like as much as like a little tiny like a bonus concert, I guess. And then of course the previous year you had Usher, and then of course Eminem, Dre, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick, and I guess 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg. I'm blanking here, but I mean for the most part, I think for the most part, as long as like the artist is pretty solid, I'm probably gonna, or even if I don't really care much about the genre, as long as like the performance is great, and it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna just kind of half-hearted my performance. I feel like I should be good. Like right now with the Russell Dickerson performance, I'm not much of a country. I don't really listen much of country. Not really my taste, but I mean for the most part, it's pretty solid. I mean it's not, and it wasn't like just poorly run. So I think that's kind of what I look for in a halftime show. As long as it's not poorly run, it's not just like the artist is just there for just to perform it and just kind of half-hearted. I feel like I'll be good. All right, but it looks like we're about to get kicked off to the third quarter. Let me update this scoreboard here. We're about to be in quarter three. All right, and there we go. All right, third quarter is about to be on our way. All right, and the Stallions will have the ball in this drive. I feel like this is a key drive for the Stallions here. They definitely need to get this to a 9 point game, if anything. So I really want to see how this goes. But here we go. What's going on? That oh, false kick. The ball. Looks like I guess the ball fell out of the tip off out of the kicker, and there we go. And the Stallions looking around. Anthony McFarland. All right, Matt Corral. Let's see what they have learned from halftime or in the halftime. So, all right, Matt Corral's been doing a solid performance so far this game, and Jaden Mickens been coming up with the clutch catches, winning at the right moments too. So there is something to look out to. But here we go, 1st and 10. Give it to Anthony McFarland. He goes for a gain of more, and he gets the first down a little bit more, and it will be at the 43 or 44 yard line, but it will be a 1st down and 10 for the Stallions. All right, there we go. 1st and 10 for the Stallions. We see Jaden Mickens on the camera view. All right, Matt Corral looking around. He throws it. He finds a man and is incomplete. Intended to throw to Justice Ross, but incomplete. Good job by the Louisville Kings for that. By that defense. By number 24. That was a good play by him. Otherwise, that would have been caught. Yeah, but 2nd and 10 for the Birmingham Stallions. Here we go. Oh, time to look like a fake pass attempt, but Anthony McFarland got himself for a very good gain. Looks like about a gain of 6 or 7, and it's gonna be 3rd down and 4. Yeah, 6 yards. All right, and there's Snoop Connor back on the backfield once again. So they're looking at it. See. All right, 3rd and 4. Stallions. He finds somebody, and that is going to be a 1st down by Jaden Mickens for his 4th catch tonight. He's been getting them big 3rd down clutch plays by far tonight. All right, 1st and 10 for the Birmingham Stallions. They are in Louisville King territory. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Hands it off to, appears to be McFarland once again, and it is going to be stopped. This looks like it's going to be Snoop Connor with the handoff, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 10. That is a stuff. Second and 10 for the Birmingham Stallions. And Jaden Mickens with that jet sweep, and is a loss of yards. Louisville just saw that pretty immediately. Xavier Carlton, man, that with that big stop. Man, that. Yeah, Xavier Carlton, that probably would have been a loss of yards either way, but I think 3rd down and long, that is something to look at. 3rd and 16. Can the Stallions make a big play here? All right. So I have Matt Corral looking around, see if he finds somebody available. He throws it. He got it, and it is going to be caught. Jaden Mickens for another 1st down. 3rd down play. Mickens is on fire tonight, man. Here we go. Hands it off to Snoop Connor. He's going to about to get a gain of 5, maybe 6. It looks like about to be 7. Mickens, man. Jaden freaking Mickens. It's the Mickens Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside. 2nd and 3. Hands it off to Snoop Connor. No, fakes it off. Matt Corral looking around. He's going to go for it, and he finds. It appears to be Justice Ross, and there's just a flag on the play. He's going for 10 yards and a little more. He's going to get. And it's going to be a 1st-and-goal, but we'll see what the flag contains and who is the flag on. Ooh, Dowry. Who is it on? Holding on the offense. Dang. Second down. Dang it. They had it. Let's see. It's going to be on Brooks. Yeah, that is holding. Otherwise, that. Second and 13. Man, that would have been a big play for Justice Ross. Two penalties so far for the Stallions. I mean, two for 15, but I mean, man, Louisville has got no penalties so far tonight in this game. All right, here we go. Matt Corral, he finds Deion Kane, but that's going to be an incomplete. Third and 13. Man, such a momentum breaker, too. Here we go. Let's see. Can we get a third? Here we go. Third and 10. Sorry, third and 13. Can we get something going? All right, Matt Corral looking around. He finds someone. Oh, he avoided pressure. Oh, he avoided pressure and more. Is he? Oh, he's gonna go for it. It's like, oh, fumble! And the Stallions are gonna recover the ball, but fourth down. Oh, that fourth down play. What do you do here? I mean, do you go for the kick? I mean, how far is it? I mean, it's probably gonna be like over 50 yards, maybe 60 now after the fumble. That would have been probably like a 50 yarder here, but that's gonna be 60 yards. It's gonna be fourth and 20. Are the Stallions gonna go for it, or do they? Because they can't punt it. No, they're going for it. They're not. They're going to. They're gonna go for a fourth down, unless they're gonna let the clock run out. No, they're going for it. Here we go. Matt Corral. He finds Anthony McFarland, and of course, is not going to convert. It's going to be at the 30-yard line. Louisville ball. That man, they did not trust Garibay whatsoever to make that kick. They would have rather let it. They rather let it just do a check down and just let the ball go. Let the ball get at least try to get it further as much down the lane. All right, that is a momentum breaker. You know that is just something of a momentum breaker, you guys. That Stallions had a shot. They had a shot to get a scoring range, and that holding call, man. That holding call. Brooks really. Big big time step up by the Kings defense. That was, but man, that holding call for the Stallions too did not help their case. I know, right? Stallions were knocking off Kings all over the place on that penalty play. Yeah, that this is those. It's just those momentum breakers, you know. It's just like, and then of course, you know, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, why Stallions go for it?" I know, and then there's gonna be some people who are I think for, and I know there will be people unfamiliar with the rules being like Stallions could have punted, but they couldn't unless they're willing to just take so many delayed penalty calls. But wow, Louisville really decided to go for a big play and incomplete. Now, that was quick. That was quick right there. I was surprised. All right. Well, but yeah, first play for the Kings and incomplete right there. That here we go. Jason Bean's going with the deep ball once again, and it is going to be incomplete. Stallions are being, dude. The Stallions secondary is getting torched tonight, man. That's man. The Kings are really torturing that Stallions defense right there by Tariq Black. Man, I think they're kind of doing this rushing offense, and they're going to try again and incomplete, overthrown. Attempted to pass to number 11 Isaiah Winstead. That I think this is just going to be those sloppy play games right here. It's just going to be those games of sloppiness right here. It's just like, but second and 10, they're going to give it to the running back, Benny Snell, and it is going to be stuffed. Yeah, third down. So far that's what the Kings could do right now. They're basically attacking with the pass game. But third down here. But third and 8 on the sidelines. Bean throws it, he finds Lucky Jackson, but is that incomplete? Did he step out of bounds? But I mean it's fourth down either way, so it seems like they are gonna bring in the kicking team so far. So fourth down, Stallions need to wake up and answer. Are they gonna go for a fourth and 3? Or are they gonna kick it? They're gonna go for a field goal attempt. They're gonna go for the field goal attempt to see if they take the lead to get the 1 point lead once again. Tanner Brown is the kicker tonight for the Louisville Kings. These are a 37-yard attempt here. Kicks up and it is good. The Kings retake the lead for the second time tonight. 10-9 game. This has just been both defenses, but 10-9. Third quarter with 4:51 left. Stallions need a. Kings with the lead, yeah. I mean, that big play to Tariq Black, that was good for them, but Stallion secondary's getting kind of been getting torched every so often tonight. Both defenses are showing up, but man, this is those games that the Stallions cannot offense just cannot really do much. They did, I mean, besides the early start and the field goal, that's just been it. They haven't really been getting much going. I'm a fan of defense, so I don't know. I don't mind low scoring games. It's so close. It is. I mean, this game has been entertaining despite what the score and I mean what the stat sheet might show tonight. But I mean, this has still been an overall entertaining game. This has been a pretty intense game. I feel like this is the definition of defense. I mean, the offenses on both sides have been a bit ugly too, but I mean that's probably just more because they're trying to still get in the groove of things tonight. So I think probably, hopefully, within the next couple weeks, maybe both offenses could are probably going to get a little bit better. We shall see. But I mean, overall, 10-9 game for the Kings. This is man, offensive rustiness is a common first couple games. I mean, yeah, I mean this was going to be an interesting game. You never knew since both teams are kind of fairly new with their rosters. You never fairly knew what you're going to get from both sides. But it's those ones you're just kind of thinking like, okay, let's see if talent. And we got a first down by John Ross. He's trying to juke some players. Why are you going back? Why is there another flag in the game? He's going to get a big down and more, but there's a flag. So we are going to see how it goes. But big play, but there is a Gilmore 20 of the Stallions is playing well. Yeah, Stephen Gilmore is playing pretty decent, but there are some couple secondary pieces that are getting torched. Who's that flag on? Offense. Pass interference on the offensive pass interference. Really? Ah, Jaden Mickens too. He was blocking though, so I that's a blocking play though. So I that is that really offensive pass interference? That's ticky tacky right there. But first and 20 for the Stallions. Oh, there's Laviska Chenault. That I don't know. That's pretty ticky tacky right there. That was more of a blocking play, but okay. First and 20 for the Stallions. That would have been a big play right there. Here we go. Hands it off to the running back. And it's going to be a gain about a few. All right, that's second down. Second down and longer. Man, that is back. Here we go. Second and 17. Okay, we need some big moments here. We can't have any ill. Here we go. Matt Corral slipped, but he avoided pressure. He throws it up in the air, deep, and almost picked off, but it is incomplete. Third and 17. 24 almost had that too. But that I mean, it seemed like it was a pretty good pass intended to Chenault, but that he was uh Prince really came up there. Almost could have been picked off, but yeah. Third and 17. Big pass play. Here we go. All right, Matt Corral looking around, slipped again. He finds somebody. Jaden Mickens with the redemption. First down, Stallions. Big third down play. Jaden Mickens, man. He's just been open. He's been open all night. What clutchness by him tonight. I mean, if there's an offensive player of the game tonight, I would probably give it to Jaden Mickens. I would give this game to Jaden Mickens. First and 10 on the sideline, hands off to McFarland. McFarland's trying to get a gain. It's only going to be about, looks like it's going to be a gain of 1 there. Second and 9. Second and 9. Here we go. All right. And snap is up. Hands it off to the running back, Snoop Connor, and it's going to be a loss. Loss of yards, third down. This running game's been pretty inconsistent. Like, you're able to get, we were able to get some big plays, but congrats. Louisville's front seven though has been pretty has been holding the rock. So, I mean, I mean, props to them. But it's been an ugly game on offense, but I feel like this is a pretty solid defensive performance overall by both sides. Third and 10. Here we go. Matt Corral finds somebody. He finds Mickens. Once again, that is a first down. Jaden Mickens. He's been showing up tonight. He's been, when needed on third down, nobody can stop Jaden Mickens, man. They've been looking at Justin Ross. They've been looking at Deion Kane, but they haven't found something to stop Mickens tonight, man. Dude. There we go. First and 10 once again. They hand it off to Snoop Connor. Snoop Connor is able to get some good gains. Is this the end of the third quarter? And we are at the end of the third quarter. The Louisville Kings. End of the third quarter here. And Jaden Mickens. Ah, fourth quarter action next. Yeah, Jaden Mickens, third down. He's been helping us on getting those third downs. Been clutch tonight. Man, you see everyone getting John Ross, Deion Kane, Justice Ross, Barber. This Mickens has been on fire tonight. I'll give him that. But yeah, this is Mickens is making his name known. Yep. All right, we are now approaching the fourth quarter. Can the Stallions come in clutch? I mean, we've been Mickens has been bailing us out. Can we keep on going? I'm not sure how long till the Kings till the Kings figure it out. But I think they're probably rather rather just have Mickens open than have anyone else because they know if anyone of these players like Deion Kane, Justin Ross probably get open. They know what's going to be the deal. Oh, all right, here we go. Fourth quarter, second down and 6. They're in Louisville 38 and another fake handoff once again, but that did not fool the Louisville defense. That is going to be a third down. Jaden Mickens, former UFL champion. Yup, dude, Jaden Mickens has been doing nice tonight. I know he was pretty good in the defenders, but tonight he's been balling out. And hopefully, let's see if he gets his 3rd and 7 call. No spoilers ahead. Here we go. Matt Corral looking around. He finds somebody, and it is going to be It might be incomplete, but that is probably there's a flag on the play, so we shall see what the play shall entail. Who is it on? On the defense, first penalty tonight for the Louisville Kings. Stallions get much needed, get a bit of a lifeline here. First penalty tonight by the Kings. I mean, 4 penalties in total with a total of 30 yards, which is pretty small, but 25 of those yards were from the Stallions. And those were pretty momentum breakers. But 3rd and 2, big call, hands it off to Snoop Connor, and the Kings once again. Dang. That a loss of yards. They are not being fooled. That no one's fooling. Nobody's getting fooled by that. That is, I think right now this offense has been sloppy. Play call. They've been 4th and 5. They're gonna go for it. They're not gonna bring Garibay for a big kick. It brings in Mickens, and although it's caught, it is not converted. They stopped Mickens from making another clutch play. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. Kings are gonna have the ball here. Defense needs to show up right now. This is those you gotta bring a 3-and-out situation in order to have maybe some life. Dude. Louisville looks like they're trying to show who has the better bend, but don't break defense. Yep. I mean, it's like I I also part of it's just like Taylor Tiskey's offensive playing calling so far. I mean, he's not been bad, but there's moments he's just like he's not getting fooled. Like the Louisville defense is not getting fooled right now, but big clutch play for the Kings defense. But Stallions defense is gonna try to see what they can do here, and it's what? It, huh? David Davis just caught that. He caught. I want. Incomplete, but I mean, if we even get a, I guess if the Kings even get a field goal right now, they just, oh man, dude, what the? Oh, how do we know we even get a touchdown right now? Yeah, David Davis. After making a big play, was that David Davis or not David Davis? Isaiah Winstead. Sorry, it's Isaiah Winstead. After making a big play, he did he go down? Was that Isaiah Winstead, number 11? That is rough. All right. Oh man, that is not good. That is not good at all. Man, Isaiah Winstead. Man, that is tough. Ooh, that is ooh, that could be a concussion, man. Yeah, Winstead just came over with a big play, and he's going to the medical tent. That is rough. Here we go, 2nd and 10. There you go. Fake sand. It's Jason Bean, still caught by 84 and tackles him. It's going to be at the scrimmage, the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. But that's a yikes. And the Louisville Kings attendance has been out 14,000 tonight. Third and 10. Louisville takes their first time out. Third and 10. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Third and 10. Can the Stallions bend and don't break here? There we go. And another first down and more. That was gonna be first and goal by Lucky Jackson. Ah, this is that would have been a pick off if 23 just got it. First and goal for the Kings. See, Jason Bean looks around, he scrambles and almost could have been picked off. That could have been a lifeline for the Stallions there. That would have been that would have been complete for Lucky Jackson, but second and goal. The Benny Snell, and that is going to be stopped for again a couple. And that is going to be third and goal. Third and goal. Here we go. Canada Stallions just holding them up to a field goal and just make it a 4-point game. Third and goal. Third and goal. Here we go. All right. Jason Bean looks around. He finds somebody, and it is going to be short to the end zone. Pass them to Tariq, completed to Tariq Black. Fourth and goal. Are they going to go for it? Because they got to think about this here. They got to think about this here, whether or not they're going to go for field goal attempt to make it a 4-point game. Because I think they trust their defense enough to do it. They're going to have 9 minutes left. Stallions kind of still has a bit of a lifeline right now. So, yeah, kick it. Hey, Michigan footballer, how you doing tonight? Welcome. It's been a while. It's been a while. 20-yard attempt. Fourth and goal. Kick is up and it is good. It is now 13-9 Kings. Stallions. Other than the early showing in the first half, they have not. They've been they've been stopped. Like they every time they have a chance, opportunity, they just either a holding penalty or just their defense just been Louisville's defense in the club been over at Dom Vox's channel. I mean that's cool. That's cool. That is a 13-9 game. Can the Stallions Can the Stallions come up clutch? This is
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Whether you're a professional technician or just take pride in maintaining your own vehicle, Harbor Freight has the quality auto tools you need at unbeatable prices. Harbor Freight, your automotive destination.
But yeah, they trust their D. Oh, we got a few comments. He had 6 over 60 watching. Great game. Man, Jenna, poor Mickens. I would have taken the 3 points as well. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's those ones you're like thinking like the Louisville's defense has been on AF type of injury. I mean, it wasn't Mickens that got injured. It was Isaiah Winstead. But yeah, I mean overall, it's those ones you're just like it's just those ones. Is like I mean Louisville's defense has been on clutch, has been on fire tonight. I mean they've been showing off. Yeah, they I mean defense has been on fire tonight for the Louisville Kings. They've been able to kind of put the Stallions offense on halt whenever they needs to, and since the Stallions don't trust their kicker, they went on fourth down the past 2 times, and it's been buying them. If I mean hypothetically you could say they missed out on 6 potential points, and probably on six, maybe even I guess maybe even 10 potential points if you include the missed field goal and the extra point attempt from earlier. So this game probably could have been a 19-13 game as we speak, but that's more of a what if here. Stallions can still tie it with the 60-yard kick. That is true, but I feel like that's might gonna be. I feel like based on how it's looking, like it might just be more of a out of a desperate attempt. This could be a potential. I feel like if I feel like that's if like games on the line. If this was like the 2 minute warning type scenario, I definitely see why the Sounds would go for a 60-yard kick. But I think in this scenario, they are just like I don't think they have much faith in their kicker making a big yarder, and especially the furthest they have seen from Garibay has been 48 yards. So it's those ones you're just kind of like I I think it's just kind of you just kind of hope for the best for the Stallions offense right now to finally get something going, or at least in the red zone specifically. But 2nd and 9 for the Stallions. Matt Corral's been actually having a pretty solid game overall, but it's those penalties, man. That's also been what's killing them. Matt Corral finds Deion Kane, and it is only going to be about a gain of a couple, but third down, and 3rd and 6. Yeah, 3 yard gain only. So far, we're only seeing one touchdown tonight and one field goal for the Stallions. Of course, as you see right there on the score, but yeah, we are here. 3rd and 6. We 3rd and 6 call. Here we go. Here we go. Matt Corral looking around. He finds Deion Kane for a first down. Big play for him. I think this is the biggest play for Deion Kane so far tonight, based on how I've been watching this game. But 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Good play for Deion. There. You know his name, Deion Kane. 1st and 10. Hands it off to Anthony McFarland, and it's only going to be about a gain of 3 there. I wonder how much clock the Stallions are going to try to see if they could kill enough to prevent the Kings from gain more in scoring, but second and down, that's right now. It's more wishful thinking at this point because I think the Stallions just need to try to get score points right now more than anything. But second and 7 with 6:15 and counting left on the clock. Here we go. Matt Corral looking around. He throws it. And attempt to find a Deion Kane, but that is incomplete. Dantzler Senior with the pass play. You should you should call plays with Zom Fox. I don't know, man. I would probably not really be a good play caller. I mean, so far I'm doing well tonight because I've not really been too I've not been too distracted, but also I would have to kind of get the roster, knowing who the roster is. Kind of probably should have a printout sheet. Honestly, third and 7. Here we go. All right, you have Matt Corral looking around. He finds a play. He finds Snoop Connor, and he gets the first down. Is that going to be enough? It looks like first down. Let's see what the refs are going to call it. They passed the 4-point territory, and it is a first down. Snoop Connor with third down play. I feel like at least with third down scenario, like chocolate and peanut butter. I feel like I could be more like similar to like an assistant, kind of like. I feel like it'd be more like a co. If that were the scenario, I'd be more like a co thing. I can't probably not be a fully play caller, but could give some commentation towards the game, kind of give a bit of a vibe. I'm rooting for the underdog, which it is the Kings. Yeah, the Kings are at least the underdog so far tonight, at least based pre-game technically. But yeah, second and 10. Stallions. Here we go. Whoa, where are they planning here? All right, second and 10. They're on the 41-yard line. Matt Corral actually decides to pass this time, and it is way overthrown. Attempted to pass to Justice Ross for attempted to pass Justice Ross, but he was not nowhere near it, and that is going to be a third and 10. Man, not. I feel like just John Ross probably would have been a better overall fit for the speed, but this is. I think this was also just a bit on Matt Corral trying to get something going, but third and 10 for the Stallions on formation. Here we go. Matt Corral looking around. He finds Justice Ross, and that is a first down. Big clutch play on third. Justice Ross, number 13. And I guess we have someone down on the sidelines. Who would that be? And that is another Louisville Kings player. Al Michaels was getting somewhere north to call all plays. That is true. I mean, to be fair, I mean, to be fair, Al Michaels is a legendary play caller. I mean, granted, now I know now on Amazon he's not been he's not the same as he was on NBC and I believe he was on ESPN for a time too, but for a bit as well. I could be wrong, but I mean, granted, legendary play caller, you're gonna get that big money. I mean, Amazon pays them the big bucks to do so, unless it's saying like 300 million like in his net worth, and that probably makes also more sense. Um, but right now, another player from the Louisville Kings on the Kings defense is down. That another player down. That is rough to see, especially week one. You know, you're trying to get an opportunity to be in the league to continue your football career, and so on and so forth. But man, that is rough. I mean, if anyone there's a guy you want to see, I mean, I do play calls or game live reaction games from time to time. Check out Lightning Junior's 8 channel, um, or Lightning underscore Junior, I believe. But check his channel out. He does really great content. He is a big DC Defenders fan. He is a Jets fan, so yeah. But yeah, that
Well, Louisville lost receiver Isaiah Winstead to a head injury earlier, and I think the same thing happened to Kenny Robinson. He had
and
he got hit by one of the
Kenny Robinson, that's the player who went down. Former Stallion too. Man,
I tell you, that's just unfortunate. Interior is made the catch and got the first. So first down here now inside the 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
all right, 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Here we go. Oh, Matt Corral with the Lakes knife. This is the first time, I think, a second attempt for scrambling yards, and that's going to happen. I feel like it's kind of one of the things I wish Matt Corral could have done a little more tonight. Maybe use the opportunity to use his legs a bit more. But I mean, granted, if you're able to extend plays, I mean, go ahead. Um, Go ahead. Don't blame me. But 2nd and 6, 3:09 left, 3:09 and counting left. This this is also they're looking at Yerbe. They're kind of seeing what to do here. But even if they kick the field goal, it's still going to be a 1 point game. They hand it off to McFarland, and he gets the first down. And yeah, he is guaranteed to get the first down. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Stallions. They need a touchdown here. I'm if you are the I mean, if they even go for a 3 point attempt, it will just be a 5 point game. But I mean, I feel like just get the touchdown here, just make it a 3 point game right now. I feel like that's the best case scenario here if you are the Birmingham Stallions. But less than 2.5 minutes left now. The Stallions are trying to control the clock all they can. They don't want the Kings to get everything he can. Anthony McFarland, he had something, but it didn't do nothing. Second down. It's gonna be probably like 2nd and 9 or second. No, it's just 2nd and 10. That is a but 2 minute warning now. This is even though this is not Skip Holt's team, but we have seen the Stallions in these situations. They've been they've been battered for most of the night, but then when they come in clutch, they come in clutch. AMAC is number one. AJ McCarron is number one. I mean, we'll see. This is a big moment for AJ McCarron here. He is, of course, coming, like taking over a team that has been in the championship game for 3 years running, for 3 years in a row, up until last year, and you just see, and now this is a big moment for him. I mean, granted, this is going to be Taylor Siskin's play calling, so, but this is those moments. I mean, Matt Corral's been, I mean, he should suit up. Funny, but I mean, Matt Corral's been holding up his weight tonight. I mean, a lot of his, I mean, part of this game is not really entirely his fault for what it is. So I think this is just I think it's just been a bit of an O-line issue tonight. This has been a moment, it's just going to be those moments. And I feel like, yes, also AJ McCarron is used more as a bigger marketing tool since, of course, he played at the University of Alabama, won 3 national titles for them. So it makes sense as to why they would want him as a head coach. And, of course, maybe to connect to the players a bit more. That's been in this scenario long. So, yeah. AJ's, I mean, right now, when the hiring happened for AJ McCarron, I, when the hiring for AJ McCarron happened, yes, I was a little bit, I know what you meant. I mean, it's not like the Stallions beat them in, a certain Week 7 game back in 2024, but all right, whatever. Um, just to kind of shut down the Battlehawks, but yeah. Um, but 2 minute warning here in 2 minute warning here in this game. 2nd and 10 for the Birmingham Stallions. They don't even need to go for straight to the. They don't need to get straight to touchdown, but they decided. Oh, and it's a touchdown! Stallions, Justice Ross with the clutchness. First play, fake handoff, coming clutch. Justice Ross for the first passing touchdown of the season. The Stallions D line shut the. uh, but great play. Justice Ross wide open to another clutchness. Can we get a 3-point game? It is not over yet. Can we get a 3-point game here? This is interesting. This has been an ugly game for the Stallions offense so far tonight. I'll admit that. But can Garibay come in clutch to get us a 3-point game? We're about to see it right now. And also, this is a time for Jason Bean as well. He's in the 2 minute war. This is going to be a 2 minute drill for him. So let's see how he can do. But Garibay, can he do it? The kick is up, and it is no good. It is a 2-point game. Oh. 15-13. Yeah. Ah. Oh, Stallions, this is your time to clutch up on defense. You cannot. Okay, now you cannot get them anywhere, even if it's a 60-yard attempt. You cannot. Oh man, that Stallions. Garibay might be done after one game, but Stallions got 6 points nonetheless to make it a 15-13 game. Oh man, Garibay might be done after one game. He might be done. Garibay confidence is a roller coaster ride. Defense needs to clutch up now. Unless it was the placeholder, Garibay might be done. After one game. I can we bring back Harrison Mevis? Can we bring back? Can we bring back Mevis? Could. I mean, technically, is Brandon Aubrey a free agent? Is Brandon Aubrey a free agent? The Thicker Kicker is a Ram. Yeah, he is currently a Ram right now. I think he got tendered though, and this. I think he got tendered. So can Brandon Aubrey come back? I mean, can we bring back Brandon Aubrey? I mean, I know he's not technically a free agent, but he's technically a free. He hasn't signed a tender yet. He hasn't signed that $5.5 million tender, so I mean, I mean, could he come back to the Stallions? Yeah, I just kind of. And that is no, we. And a big kick return. They're at the 50-yard line. This is, there's a time to get a sack from Bean. This is it. Oh, man. This is not good. Ball at midfield now. We need a sack. We need a sack here. If he doesn't, he doesn't deserve to be a Cowboy. Here we go. First and 10. He's trying to avoid pressure. Defense is trying to avoid everything he can. He looks like he throws it out. He throws it out. Second and 10. Again, I wonder if, let's just say we get a 3 and out. Do the Kings think about going for the 60-yard plus kicks to, I mean, I'm not sure, but I mean, we need a few more stops. Come on. Come on now. Second and 10. Second and 10. Ooh. Second and 10 now. Here we go. And snap is up. Jason Bean looking around. He's trying to find somebody. Oh, that is a holding. No, that is holding. And it's intercepted. It's intercepted. Ooh. Talk about clutchness at its finest. That was a holding call. That flag's going to go on Louisville. Decline that. Decline that. That is a... Yup, decline. Decline. Picked off. Oh, wearing your Panthers jersey, nice. You got... Hey, they might come back. You never know. Wait, give it about a couple years when they bring... Oh... clutchness at its finest. Basically, the feeling when you do a homework assignment last minute type of feel. We avoided danger. 14. Thank you. Thank you, 14. All right, just run the clock now, and we should be good. Just run the clock now. Clutching my pearls. Here we go. Running the clock. Hands it off. And it's going to be a good gain for a few. Second down. I'm thinking Louisville's going to use the timeout right here. Oh, second and 3. Second and 3. They just need to get a first down. You doing the Orlando Columbus game Sunday night? I'm not sure. I'm debating on it. Uh, I'm thinking about. I'll think about it. It it's it's an idea that's in my head. Maybe I'll think about it. Saturday. I won't do the Saturday games though. So fortunately not. But Sunday game I will think about it though. Maybe. I don't. Here we go. Second and 3. Just run the clock out. And the defense just come in. Third down with the loss of yards. Third and 5. This is where we see if this is it. Third and 5 situation. Yeah, this is where those moments here. They got to think about it. Do they just run it to waste more clock, or do they just and just hope for the defense to clutch once again, or do they just go for a passing play and just hope for the best as well? This is kind of interesting here. But third and 5, it's looking like nope. They're gonna kill it right there, and they're gonna try to drain all the clock as much as they can. That is a big play. It seemed like Matt Corral was gonna go for a QB run, but it just didn't work out. Now they're gonna drain as much clock as they can. Okay, do it. Great game. G in the bag. GG. Game over. I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, play clock error, I guess. I okay. Later. Great game. Play caller, Jen. Gee, later. All right, have a good one, man. Have a good night. Fourth and 7. I mean, they're gonna drain the clock as much as they can here. I mean, defense gotta clutch up here. We did not. Mm, 38. And Stallions are going to take their final timeout. So there's going to be less, I think, about like 20. I think we're going to go for maybe like 26 seconds left on the clock, if anything. Give or take the. Here we go, 4th and 7. This is obviously going to be a punt situation here. So. But the Kings still have their super challenge left, so that is something to keep an eye out. But here we go. Punt is up. Can we get a deep punt? We need that. And it's going to be. Here we go. 24 seconds left on the clock. This is. Here we go. If we get one other turnover, we are going to be fine. But Stallions have 2 timeouts remaining. I wonder how this is going to go. Ooh, my God. This is going to be hard attacks. Ball on the 42-yard line. 52 yards has been the highest they do, but they have to get 60 plus to, I mean, D plus for the 4. But this is me those situations. Here we go. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here. This is it. Here we go. Jason Bean looking around. He's trying to see if wanting pressure. He's probably going to scramble. And it's a sack! No timeouts left. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Why did you take a second timeout? I guess just to set your man, I guess, but Hail Mary attempt here. Here it is. All right, I guess this is it. Just 5 seconds left. They took Stallions second time out. This is likely gonna be a Hail Mary call here. So this is we're gonna see here. This is Hail Mary attempt. Second and 16. Second and 16. Here we go. Hail Mary time. Jason Bean looking around. He finds somebody. They're gonna all lateral play, and that is it. The game is over. The Stallions are back at 1-0. Stallions win 15-13. Ooh. Oh man. Oh man. That was a game. That was a game. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, what a game indeed. Yeah, what a game indeed. Stallions at the skin of their teeth win, but that was too close for comfort here. A win's a win, but man, questionable decision making on Ben with that long. He's still a fun game. I mean, yeah, you can say it's questionable, but then looking at it throughout the night, the Stallions secondary has been at times get exposed to it. So I probably kind of get why, in a sense, he threw that. Just more because I kind of get in a sense why he threw that. Just more because, um, again, the Stallions defense secondary has been getting torched all night. So here we go, and here we go. Lightning, of course, is calling me, so you're gonna hear his voice right now. Hello.
Like you said, man. Like you said, bend but don't break.
Dude, dude. Okay, I'll give props to the Louisville Kings defense. I am gonna give them props tonight for coming in clutch. I will say that. So it's just like this was definitely a game that it was obviously too close for comfort for the Stallions. Uh, I mean, of course, I as much people are gonna blame Garibay for the missed kicks, which you could say that's a possible miss of what, one extra point, two.
He missed 2 extra points and he had a field goal blocked.
Yeah, and yeah, so therefore potential 8 points. Uh,
I say about right.
Eight if you.
If he missed a field goal, it was a 50-yarder. So he missed. That was five. That was 5 points he missed.
All right, 5 points. I guess the other thing I'm also thinking about is I guess the Stallions going for it on fourth down a couple times, which I understand the reasoning as to why. So those are also like I guess missed potential another 6 potential points there. So 11 potential points for the Stallions. You could say this game could have been like easily done a 26-13 game, but the Stallions secondary did get torched a couple times, as you saw this game. Jason Bean, Jason Bean did show he has some flashes to his game, both on defeat and and his throwing ability. I think a lot of people were questioning the long ball throwing, but I mean, given that the Stallions has been torched a couple times this past the throughout the game, I completely understand the idea behind it, especially during that big play with Isaiah Winstead. Unfortunately,
Yeah, that was rough. Like you
yeah,
said, like he literally mossed like Alex Cook, and then he later gets swept under his feet and hit his head hit the grass.
yeah. I wish for a quick recovery. Hopefully it's not too too serious, and just
I
hopefully he
hope
gets.
it's not that serious too, but I feel like he's gonna miss at least next week against the Storm. At
Yeah,
least.
I think definitely. I think that's guaranteed next week. He is probably going to be inactive for the Storm game. But
Yeah, because that looked like it hurt.
I mean, I will say this: the Kings. I mean, they're not looking like the Memphis Showboats, and
They don't look like him at least. I mean, there's only one game, but we can only like wait until like we're like 3 to 4 weeks in, and then we know like separating the teams that are the good, like the great, the good, the meh, and the bad.
yeah. But I mean,
Like we're not yet at the territory where we can separate who's good, who's great, and who's bad. Like
oh
we're not at that territory yet.
yeah. But as of right now,
Uh,
I mean, as of right now, because if you had seen if it was the Showboats, you definitely could tell that they probably would have. The Stallions might have probably gone that game, could have taken care of that game. Maybe still make a couple mistakes, but I think the Stallions would have probably still taken care of was the Showboats of old. But with the Louisville Kings, I think the defense, they play phenomenal tonight. I mean, granted, Taylor Siski's play calling did come up with a big couple question marks, but I mean overall, I mean Stallions came in clutch when needed to, even despite the close for comfort. But I mean, hey, even in the post Skip Holtz era, bend and don't break. That's been the philosophy for the Stallions.
yeah. Yeah, pretty much like pretty much the reason why the Kings lose was because they made too many turnovers. They had 3 turnovers. He had an interception that Zach Davidson can't catch.
Yeah,
And he had the fumble right at the one. They're trying to looks like someone wants to try to cosplay Braylon Allen on the chest for some reason.
yeah.
And of course you got that deep ball. The Jason Bean, like going to deep balls, he's giving me vibes of Jordan Tyama.
I
Like he's reminding me of him like before like he made that run in 2024.
oh, like the hero
He's
ball.
not afraid to go deep, but also at the same time it's like where's the consistency?
Yeah, I mean, again, Jason Bean did show flashes tonight. I mean, I definitely see why he is a could be a potential starting quarterback, but I mean, I feel like there's just been a little bit too much inconsistency. I think there was just a bit of inconsistency with him tonight. But I mean, going up against that Stallions defense, though, I mean, it was already going to be a task as it is, a tough task as it is. So hopefully within the next like 3 or 4 weeks, so he finally kind of gets a bit more in his groove. Maybe he could potentially be a very good quarterback in the league. So that is something to look at. But Matt Corral, I will say this: he played a lot better. I mean, as I've seen from the past couple seasons. Yeah, I mean, he learned. I mean, he learned. I mean, no turnovers for him tonight. Thank God. I thought that was kind of one of the things that was going to be concerning tonight. But no, he played a pretty clean game, and then like, granted, like I feel like again, like part of those reasons, and even then, like he was not really entirely at his fault for why the Stallions like offense kind of like going in a halt like when we get to near like red zone or at red zone territory because like first he like that one holding call like to that got Justice Ross a or no not Justice Ross John Ross, sorry, yeah, John Ross to a pretty big gain, and then I mean I got sorry that was the OPI Jaden Mickens call the OPI from Mickens, which you know what if there's an offensive player I'll also like to thank tonight, that is Jaden Mickens. This man,
Mickens was unstoppable. 9 catches, 103 yards. And also on the Kings, Lucky Jackson, 6 catches,
yeah,
36 yards. Winston had 60 yards for 2 catches. Drake Black, 3 catches for 57. I felt like
credit to the Kings. It's like they were more spread out with their offensive weapons.
Yeah.
You saw with the passing for like, say like the I don't know. But it looks like a lot more players were catching balls on the Stallions from what I'm seeing here on the live stats.
Yeah, but I feel like when I guess if you're looking in terms of impact, I feel like I think the Kings definitely could have gotten away with this game. I feel like I feel like this game would have been like either one of the side of the team could have gotten away with it, but since both defenses did the like came in with bend and don't break for both sides, it was pretty much still anyone's ball game. I mean, I'll give props to the Louisville Kings. I had them eighth on my power rankings this week, so I will see how the other games will go this weekend. Maybe things could be changed, but I'll give props to Louisville Kings.
Yeah, it was a good close game. With a sold out crowd, no matter what. Definitely a much better game than we had last year.
Yeah, and another thing aside, the halftime show. I watched some of it, even though I'm not a big country music fan, but I think the halftime show setup was pretty well run because I think a part of me during the when they announced the halftime shows, I was thinking like, this could go like similar to like the Detroit Lions Thanksgiving halftime show, where it's not really like, where it's kind of poorly run. It just like there's no like interest or liveliness, but no, and also it works, and I feel like the halftime show definitely made it good for both the TV side of things and the live audience side of things for sure. So, I mean, this was a great start in the UFL in general. So this is, I mean, but yeah, I feel like this was a pretty good start for the UFL and everything.
So tomorrow it's your boy.
Yeah,
To watch the game,
yeah,
and it's against a heated rival that is St. Louis.
yeah. Hakeem is apparently inactive for tomorrow, so keep an eye on that.
Wait, who's it? Wait. Who's inactive?
Hakeem Butler.
What? Get the hell out.
Yeah. No, I saw from you know who Mariah is?
That's right. Casey Battlehawk girl, right?
Yeah. She said it, and I had to look at it. Yeah, Hakeem Butler's gonna be inactive tomorrow, so you better take advantage of that.
Jaw is dropped. But it doesn't matter because I still think St. Louis is gonna put up a good fight against DC.
I know this will be a very close game. I think this is going to be another scrappy one. I have the DC Defenders winning 31-29, but I feel like this is going to be those anyone's ball game type of a deal. But
Yeah, I think this is gonna be anybody's ball game.
yeah, I felt like this week might be anyone's ball game. Especially, I think the game I'm very interested in, aside from today's game, was Orlando versus Columbus, because just to see how the two new teams are going to face each other, just to see.
They're gonna get on the block.
Yeah, but yeah,
Regardless, like this is going to be, oh boy.
yeah,
And then of course tomorrow, yes, and then of course tomorrow you have what you call it?
Gamblers, Renegades, or
Yeah, the Renegades. So that one should be interesting as well. It's like a rivalry day that day.
yeah.
Tomorrow.
The past two matchups in the Houston Rough Gamblers versus Renegades era. It's a 1-1 series. Gamblers got the first one in 24, and then Renegades got the other one in 25 by 2 points. So, I think I expect a very low scoring game for this one, because I'm not saying because of Austin Reed or anything. That is just like, I think both defenses are gonna like show up to on Saturday. So that is gonna be something to watch out for.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, nice talking to you.
Glad to see
Just in time. I think I will make a SRG pharmacy notification out. But all right, man. You have yourself a good night.
All right, have yourself a
And,
good night, man.
that was Lightning, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you all for coming here tonight. This was a fun turnout. I mean, doesn't matter if I have 1 view, 0 views, 2 views, 100 views. Doesn't matter. This was such a vibe. I hope to see y'all next time. I'm still thinking about the Orlando game, but we shall see. All right. Peace out. Good night.